Hello everyone. Welcome to my presentation of the capstone project for week 4 in the object-oriented design course kindly offered by the University of Alberta and Coursera. Now on the main topic. Through the course we've been working, as you know, on an Android sharing app. In week 1 to week 3, the main feature was just the possibility to store and manage items and set some properties, title, description, photo, and most importantly the status, borrowed or available. The main task in the capstone project in week 4 was to expand this app and add also a contact management feature so that you don't have to type over and over again the same string, the name of the borrower, if you are borrowing an item to the same person more than one time. As a guideline, 3 important resources were given: the UML diagram of the entire app. Many of the classes were already given to you in the code bases, but the one that you see in blue was had to be implemented. So basically the main task of this capstone project was to show your ability of translating UML diagrams, which you have been producing in the first weeks, into Java code here in the capstone project. The second resource was a list of user stories, which I found personally great because it made the project much more realistic and close to a real-life scenario where, as a developer, you would probably have a list of user stories or some tickets to work on. And third, of course, the third resource was the code basis itself. Just one side note on the code basis. In my case, I had to update Gradle from version 4 to version 7, and of course also the Gradle plugin. Okay, let's start the emulator, in my case a Pixel 7 Pro. And here we are. I'll make this bigger. And let's have a look at the requirements. Start the video from your main activity. That's what we have done already. This is the main activity. It's currently empty. I don't have any item, neither borrowed nor available here. From the main activity, navigate to the contacts activity. One requirement was that the contact activity has to be found in the top right corner under the menu. Here we are in the contacts activity. From the contacts activity, add a new contact to your contact list. Show that you can enter a username and email. Save this contact to your contact list. Okay, so the classical John Doe at john.com. I can save and it's there. I can go back to my items activity or main activity, go back to the contacts, and pretty sure here it is. The app itself doesn't use any persistence in the sense of a database, but rather a much simpler way of storing this information. So if you have a look both at the item list and the contact list, it's just the class just provides constant file name contacts SAV, and in the other case is items SAV, and then when you start the app or when you save the contacts, just reads this constant and saves the JSON representation of the users and items in this file on the storage of your Android device, or in my case of the emulator. Show that by selecting a contact in the contact list, you can edit this contact, update the email address of a contact. Okay, long click. It's not Doe, it's Doe2. Save, and here it is. It was updated. Let's create another contact. Robert Thompson. And save it. Show that you can delete one of your contacts. Okay, I don't like Robert Thompson anymore. He didn't return the last item I borrowed him, so we'll delete it from the available contacts for borrowing. And here it is. The file has been updated and the contact just disappeared. Go back to the main activity and look at your available items. So I don't have any. Add an item to your inventory. Something made by someone. A description. The dimensions. Just random numbers. I can take a photo. Oops. No. Accept, and here it is. And save. Same as with contacts, I can long click, I can have a look at my item, and now I see also the status switch, and I can put it to borrowed. Edit an item in your inventory by long clicking on the item. Click on the available toggle, and now it's borrowed. So now what you can see is that the app is behaving as expected. So we can see that the borrower drop-down list shows all the contacts we created. John Doe and Jane Thompson. Let's say John Doe. Save it. Now I shouldn't be able to modify John Doe. Yeah, cannot edit or delete active borrower as expected. But I can delete the item. Thank you very much for watching.